ready?
It's time to talk sports. National, local, professional, completely unprofessional, high school and college.
Let's take it even further off the hook.
It's the Zach Gelb Show.
We are rolling
On Fox Sports 920, The Jersey.
Welcome back in, everybody. Second and final hour of the Zach Gelb Show. Fox Sports 920, The Jersey, 920 a.m. in Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer counties or worldwide on the web at 920thejersey.com. 609-919-9200 is the number if you want to get on board with the Zach Gelb Show. The champ is here. The champ is here, baby. Can't wait. Saturday night at Madison Square Garden, the world's most famous arena. UFC 205 at MSG. McGregor versus Alvarez. And the pride of Philadelphia, the UFC lightweight champion, Eddie Alvarez, is kind enough to join us right now on the Zach Gelb Show. Champ, appreciate a few minutes, and how are you, my friend?
I'm excellent, man.
Well, thank you for coming on, and we appreciate it. So, I grew up in New York. Now I live in Philadelphia. I've been to many big moments, many big sporting events at Madison Square Garden. There's a reason why they call it the world's most famous arena. To be participating in this fight at MSG, the first time UFC's ever done it at Madison Square Garden, what does that mean to you?
It's a dream come true, man. Originally, I wanted to get my hands on this UFC world title. I knew that if I did that, some great opportunities would come about. I didn't think they'd be this great. Right from the gate, first title defense, Madison Square Garden, record-breaking gate, record-breaking pay-per-view. It's surreal, and I'm grateful to be a part of it. And more than anything, I'm prepared and ready to go out there and put on a ridiculous show for the fans.
Take me through that preparation. How have you been getting ready for this big fight coming up on Saturday?
We spar about three times a week, and in between sparring sessions, we film them and we constantly tweak and watch them. So it's a lot like a dance rehearsal in that we do the dance, we tweak it the following day, make it a little bit better, do it again, and that system just continues for about 2 months to anywhere from 10 to 12 weeks, just continuing to perfect that dance, and now Saturday's here, our plan's set, our preparation's done, and the execution is now upon us.
Saturday's going to be such a surreal moment. It's going to be intense. It's going to be exciting. I can't even imagine what types of emotions you're feeling. But when you get ready to walk out to that octagon on Saturday, look ahead. What do you think you're going to be really thinking about as you get ready to fight McGregor?
I look forward to feeling some nerves. I like that when them nerves hit me, they help move me in ways that I don't even think are possible. So I like getting them nerves, feeling them, and just being in that present moment. I feel free inside that cage. I feel like I can do anything. So once that cage door shuts and he's in front of me, and the fans are ready to see this, I'm looking forward to my competitive greatness taking over and making a big statement.
Now, you know Conor McGregor, he's very loquacious. He does a lot of talking before the fights, and that's try to intimidate you and get in your head. You know what he said about you. I'll read it to the audience, though, right now. I'm going to really, truly rearrange his facial structure. His wife and kids won't ever recognize him again. His friends and the people that he knows will know that he's not the same man after this contest. He's going to be in shock when he sees that. They're about to see your final hurrah. When you hear him say that, how do you react?
I don't know. Maybe he thinks I'm going to win and then retire, but that's not the case. I have a complete opposite intentions of what's going on. I'm going to win this fight, and you're right. Things won't be the same. Things are going to change for me. I'm going to send his ass back to Ireland, maybe become a plumber again or some shit.
That's what I like to hear. So I know that you don't need any more motivation, but he's giving you that chance to have some more personal motivation because he's making attacks against you, and that's one thing, but then to incorporate your family is another. How weak is that to bring up your family in his verbal assault on you?
To me, it's it's a desperation move. It's a man who's desperate. He's just trying to get a reaction, trying to get something. Because you don't bring up family, you don't bring up things like this. So he's already desperate. He's already on tilt, and we haven't even gotten in the cage yet. I haven't got a chance to get my hands on him, and he's desperate.
Eddie Alvarez with us on the Zach Gelb Show, Fox Sports 920 The Jersey, getting ready for the big fight. And we're rooting for you here in South Jersey and in Philadelphia. We want to see you kick McGregor's ass. What does it mean, though, to represent Philadelphia and go into that octagon knowing Philly's behind you?
I'm Philly 100%, man. My dream was only to be able to fight for a living, just make enough money to be able to fight for a living. We've taken that dream and took it to a whole nother level, and it was because of the fans in Philadelphia who allowed me to do this, who came out and supported me and seen value in what I was doing. And at the end of this, I owe it all to the fans of Philadelphia.
And it's remarkable. You're only 32. You're a champion. I'm just wondering, if you beat McGregor, what else is there for you to accomplish in this sport?
When I beat McGregor, the next step, the next natural step, is to continue to defend my title, and continue to beat the guys in front of me. And the byproduct of that is to become the best lightweight in the world that's ever been in the UFC.
If you had to map it out, what are those main focuses? What are the keys to beating McGregor if you're going to want to do that on Saturday night?
I just got to make it a fight. If I turn this into a fight and not an athletic competition, then I'll win every time. So if I make him fight and turn this into a battle of wills, the game is over. The fight is over. I've already won.
I'm just wondering, you said that you've always wanted to do this your entire life, and you didn't know what capacity you'd be involved with in this type of sport, because it's still fairly new. People are still trying to find out about it, and it's making a big impact in America. When did you know, and how did you know that you wanted to get involved in this career path? Because it's not every day that we see a kid from Philadelphia end up being a UFC lightweight champion.
I think to this day I'm still trying to figure out if I want to do this or not. This has never been a career. It's hard to call this a career because it could end at any minute. So I look at fighting as an opportunity, and I'm taking advantage of this opportunity in front of me. And I've been having a great time doing it. And every day and every second I get to do it, I'm blessed. So career, I don't think so. I think a career is being a lawyer, being a doctor, going to college. That's a career. I'm fist fighting, man, and I'm having a great time doing it.
Let's say if you weren't fist fighting, what would you be doing? If Eddie Alvarez wasn't involved in UFC, what would your profession be?
I'm passionate. I buy in between fighting. I buy and sell. I invest in real estate, so I like that. That's a fun thing for me to do. I enjoy a lot of aspects of real estate. But, before I started fighting, I was doing concrete work. I was doing concrete labor and concrete finishing. So I was basically helping run a company, Ken Day Construction, and to this day, my boss still comes to all my fights and supports me.
Eddie, you know this, in your position as a UFC lightweight champion, it takes a lot of diligent work to get to that point in your career. And you also have to, in this sport especially, and we've seen it with NFL players, you have to keep your body in top-notch shape. And there's some things you can't control, and you have to protect yourself. As a fighter, how do you protect yourself and make sure that you're getting the proper rest so you're ready to go for something like Saturday?
I've been doing it 13 years. Guinea pigging myself, whether it's with cutting weight or dealing with opponents like this, or I've been guinea pigging myself, and I'm very self-aware and pay attention to what's going on. So I just think it's through experience. You're able to listen to yourself and be able to listen to what was done in the past and make good decisions. So I don't know. I think resting is important, and also training hard is important. You just got to have a balance.
It's amazing because you seem like such a nice guy, and you do feel like you have that blue-collar mentality that represents Philadelphia. But when you get into that octagon, you're a whole different person, and I wouldn't want to get into an octagon with you. I'm just wondering, because everyone has this fearful look of you because of how much you dominate in that octagon. Is there anything in life that Eddie Alvarez is scared of?
Oh, yeah. I'm a lot of my performances, great performances, were when I was most afraid. I'm scared. I'm scared just like the regular guy. When I went out to win my world title, I was scared beyond belief. The difference between me and the next guy is I'm going to make that walk anyway, every time. I'm going to walk right into it knowing I'm afraid, and I'm going to take that fear, and that fear is going to move me in a way that I never knew I could move before. And I believe in that. I believe fear is a great performance enhancement drug.
Well, Eddie, I'm sure after Saturday night you're probably going to want to get back to Philly with that victory. When you get back to Philly, since you're from Philadelphia, I have to ask you, where do you get your Philly cheesesteak?
Steve Prince's Steaks, calmly in the Boulevard.
See, it's funny. Everyone talks about how good Steve's is. I like Steve's. I'm not the biggest fan of Steve's. I actually think this place, D'Alessandro's and Mama's, is a little bit better. But everyone that I talk to, they say Steve's is the place to go to. It's interesting.
Where at? What's that other one?
D'Alessandro's. D'Alessandro's cheesesteak, and then Mama's cheesesteak as well. Mama's is in Bella Cynwyd, and D'Alessandro's is more in the Roxborough area.
I'm not around them areas, so I don't. That's why I don't roll that way. I'm up in the Northeast and North Philly.
Well, there we go, Eddie. Before we let you run, because a lot of people from Philadelphia are listening to you right now, just tell the fans how badly you want to kick McGregor's ass on Saturday and beat that SOB.
No, I had a lot of you guys come up to me and ask me and say, "Hey, can you promise me you're going to shut his mouth?" Saturday night, there'll be nothing but silence after this fight. I promise you guys. Tune in, and thank you for your support.
Champ, we're rooting for you. Represent Philly proud. We appreciate it, my friend.
Thank you.
There's Eddie Alvarez joining us on the Zach Gelb Show, Fox Sports 920 The Jersey. We'll take a quick break, and when we get back, we got to get to some Philadelphia Eagles. John Michaels, the sideline reporter for the opponent this weekend, the Atlanta Falcons, on their radio broadcast, will join us next on the Zach Gelb Show.